I wanted to take a minute and talk about some industry news with Speed Queen. And really, I want to actually give you a reason why you may want to put off buying a Speed Queen in 2023. Speed Queen obviously had to change some things back in 2017. This is one of their 2016 models. This has that classic agitator, classic controls. You can't really get a machine like this anymore that has the mechanical timer. Now everything is electronic. That's going to be the classic. The TC5 is the closest to this particular unit. But Speed Queen has a problem. It's the size. They've been stuck with this 3.2 size for some time. And I know this tub's changed slightly when they went over to the TR series, and then they implemented it on the TC series. But essentially you're at 3.2 cubic feet. Now, can you fit a king size comforter in there? I don't know, can you? I guess it depends on your comforter. Is it a duvet cover? A lot of people are worried about, can they do their laundry at home if they buy a Speed Queen? Especially when they go to a big box store and they see these Samsungs and LGs that are 5+ cubic feet, almost 6. Now they're pushing, and they're like, I want to do a whole week's worth of laundry in one shot. Well, that's what's going to wear out your washer. That's what'll break the suspension and the agitator or wash plate. But I want to talk about the components, because even though Speed Queen does have electronics behind it now, and I did a video, I'll put that in the link, where I tear one down and I show you the computer board that's behind the classic. It's not a knob by any means. It's a computer board that's not sealed, that's made in Mexico. I'll show you that. But with Speed Queen, I want to give you a reason why you may want to consider putting off your purchase. If you have to go to the laundromat every time you want to do blankets in a Speed Queen, well, do you know what's in a laundromat? Do you understand that there's always water in a washer? I don't know if you can hear it or not, but there's always water in a washer. So if the water in the washer at the laundromat has the skin and leftovers from the load from the last person that was there, well, you're essentially sharing some of their stuff, their germs. I don't like going to laundromats. I don't want my family going to laundromats. I don't think you should go to a laundromat. You probably don't want the chemicals. Maybe they use some very harsh corrosive stuff that causes cancer. And oh, I know everything causes cancer these days, but listen, you have to reduce your exposure to toxins if you want to live longer and live healthier. Well, Speed Queen has this size problem, and they know it. Now, a couple years ago, they told their dealers, hey, we're going to build a bigger unit. Well, then COVID happened, and that changed everything. We were lucky even to get a couple units at a time from them. Well, I just want to tell you, Speed Queen has actually now broke ground on a new facility in Texas that's going to drastically increase the size of the tub. That means you truly will be able to do a king size comforter. You'll actually have the same suspension and design in the TR7, and what they're going to do is take that TR7 and they're going to bloat it. They're going to add a couple inches on it. So the new version will be much larger, and they will be able to handle a larger load. Speed Queen knows what they're doing. They're going to be the Cadillac or the Rolls-Royce when it comes to washers and dryers. So they have a big plan, but it's going to take some time. They're getting permitted and breaking ground and building their conveyor systems and their automated warehouse. They're putting together the manufacturing facility so that they actually can have a larger Speed Queen that will be a larger capacity. I don't have those exact specs yet. They're doing a good job of keeping them hidden. But here, as the appliance insider, I want to tell you, if you're thinking about buying a Speed Queen in 2023, you may want to wait. What if you bought just a $500 washer and you know it's only going to give you 2 or 3 years, but in that time, then you'll be able to buy a $2,000 Speed Queen that really will last you 20 years and come with a 10-year warranty. I think the future looks good for Speed Queen, but until then, right now, we're just stuck waiting on them to catch up to the size demands of their consumers. Speed Queen is a great brand. They have very good technicians for the most part. It's a network of guys across the country that work on them that have to go through a certification process. Not every technician is going to be great or honest, but at least they're there, whereas some brands have no support whatsoever. It's a third-party company that knows nothing about the brand, cares nothing about the product or the people. So Speed Queen has a good reputation. They've done good at maintaining that. But I just want to put that thought in your mind that if in 2 years from now, Speed Queen gives you a machine that's at least a cubic foot larger, is it worth waiting today to get that machine? Or are you in such a need, you say, you know what, I'll buy any old Speed Queen now. I'll buy that TR3 that comes with a 3-year warranty. It's an $1,100, $1,200 machine. And then I'll hand it down to my family or sell it on Craigslist and see if I can get half of my money back. And I'll just upgrade to the big one whenever it comes out. There are some technicians out there that watch this channel and you know what I'm talking about with this new Speed Queen coming out, but nobody's really talking about it yet. Nobody's brought it up. So I'd like to start the conversation. You guys that actually work on these machines and you know what I'm talking about with this bigger unit, what are your thoughts? When they come out with this TR10 or whatever they're going to call it, are you going to tell your clients wait for that because it's bigger? Are you telling them, hey, go ahead and get this now because you can't go wrong? Some people really can fit their king size comforter in the average Speed Queen now. Not everybody, but some people can. Some people just simply don't care. They say, hey, it's all right. We'll wait and we'll go to the laundromat and I don't care whose water we're washing in. I'll just, we'll put that off and do it once a month or 2 or 3 months. But I'd like some feedback. What do you guys think? Are you going to wait on the big Speed Queen that's on the way? Or would you take any old Speed Queen any old day, or take a budget machine like an Amana that you know is going to fall apart after a few years? What are your thoughts? The purpose of this channel is to educate people and also really to help consumers save money. I don't want to push a product that's going to fail, but these days that's kind of hard. Every manufacturer has problems. Maytag has had a bad year, and Maytag used to be great. Well, Speed Queen's had a good year, and they're planning on getting better. I hope this helps somebody. I hope it's a blessing to you. Thanks for watching The Appliance Insider. Have a great day.